today's short sequence is going to focus on the back of your core. So we're looking at your multifidus and our deep stabilizers. So it's quite early stage, so we're talking more about activation, and then I'll film a sort of follow-up video to this, which will progress things further and work towards a bit more strength through the back. So all you need is your mat, and you'll need a long resistance band attached to something sturdy. So I've just attached it to my chair there. I've just got one on the other side as well, just so I can face you whilst I'm filming, but you just need one. All right, let's get started. So you're going to start this sequence on your hands and your knees. So let's get, first of all, set in a really solid 4-point positions, because we're going to keep coming back to this throughout this series. So shoulders over the wrists, hips over your knees, and we're neither rounded nor arched. So just find that position in the middle, so mild inward curve at the base of your spine. Try and lift up your breastbone. The neck stays long, so you're just gazing ahead of your fingertips. And I try and screw the ground outwards a little bit. So I'm not actually moving my hands, but that outward turn just helps to stabilize through my shoulder muscles. And then we're going to try and keep this shape, okay? So whatever movements we're doing, we're going to try and hold it today. So this is all about keeping your spine in neutral, and then we'll start to progress through more extension-based work in the second follow-up video to this. So, firstly, as you breathe out, you're going to reach your right arm away, keeping that posture exactly the same, and as you breathe in, hand comes to mat. Same thing with the other hand. Breath out, breath in. We work through the legs. Breath out, breath in, breath out, breath in. So we're going to keep going in this little around the world. I'm just going to move forward slightly so I don't hit my sofa. So each time one limb comes off the ground, we're just trying to hold that nice shape of the spine. Nothing else is changing. And we keep that really solid. Breathe out, breathe in. Coordinate that breathing. So our diaphragm is the top of our core. We want to make sure we're using it to help stabilize our spine. So breathe out on that reach. And then just coming back every so often to those watch points, not allowing the back to arch or round, or lean to the left or right. So as you're taking the legs off the ground particularly, the temptation is to lean to the side, but let's try and hold things as sturdy as possible. We'll go once more through. Lots of length as well, so you're really reaching the arms, reaching the legs. Long line from the top of your head to your toes. Cool. So I'm going to take this down onto your tummy. So you're going to rest your hands down. You're going to tuck your chin in, have your forehead on the back of your hands. I'm just going to turn my head so that you can hear me talking, but try and hold that position. Try and find lots of length through your spine here. So maybe thinking about little ice cubes under the bony bits of your hips. You're just lengthening off or sort of lifting off them, or slightly tucking ever so slightly pubic bone into mat. Hold that position, glue your heels together, point your toes. Keeping your knees on the mat, we're going to go breath out, squeeze, and I'm just hovering my toes, that's it, my knees stay on the mat. I'm going to hold this position for 10 seconds. As I say, head stays down, looking at your hands, keeping that length through your spine. 3, 2, 1, breath in and lower. So when we're trying to get the back of your core, so there's lots of cues that we use for the front, but there's also some cues we can use to get the back to work. So let's go again. Squeeze the heels, reach the legs out long, breathe out. You've got little dimples in your lower back. I want you to feel those dimples just slightly drawing together, like a magnet on one dimple, a magnet on the other dimple, and then just slightly pulling in. In breath, let it go. Okay? Let's go again. Breath out, squeeze those heels, point your toes, hover. And then we get that tiny activation through the back. Don't overdo it. Think really subtle dimples of the lower back drawing in. And then lower. We're going to do 3 more. Breath out, squeeze those heels, point your toes over. Hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last couple. Squeeze. Now if lifting your feet off feels too much, you can do all of this with your feet down. It's just less intense, and then you can build to being able to hover them if you want to. And then let's do our last one. Find that length, squeeze, get that corset muscle working, those dimples drawing together. We hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're back to 4-point kneeling. So stack your shoulders over your wrists. Find the hips over your knees, finding your neutral spine position. Lock those shoulders into place. We're going to go reaching of the leg, and as you get there, we now hold. Point your toes, stretch that leg out behind you. Nothing else changes. We breathe and we hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stick to the same side, go again, reach out and hold. Now, my favourite cue for this position is to imagine a tray of drinks across your lower back, tray of drinks across your shoulders, and we don't want to be rolling about and spilling those drinks, so you keep it all very steady. We go again, reach and hold. Just going back to those watch points so that we don't start to sink into our shoulders here. Lift that breastbone up, push the ground away. We've got 3 to go. Breathe out, lengthen and reach, hold it there. Neck should be really relaxed, yes? You should be able to sort of nod it, shake it, we're not gripping here. Last couple. Hold. Put there for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the last one before we move to the other side. And we hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just to give the shoulders a breather, you're going to come up onto your knees, glue your heels together, have your knees slightly wider, palms together. We stay tall and long, helium balloon pulling up towards the ceiling. Breathe out, squeeze the heels, squeeze the palms. Breathe in, release, let it go. Same thing, out breath, squeeze, in breath, release. So think of this as your little breather, but keeping everything nice and active. So we give the wrists and the shoulders a break, but we're going to keep our core and lower back switched on as we go through these squeezes. If you want to just challenge this rest period, you can add in a hip hinge. So we go breath in, forward fold, breath out, back up. Just bringing your arms down by your side as you lift. Key to this is just isolating the movement to your hips so that your lower back doesn't round and join in. We get this hinge motion, so we're not doing this. There you see the difference between round and straight spine. Last couple. Those wrists have had a breather, and we're good to go with that leg lift on the other side. Hands down, 4-point, stabilize, and we go reach, lengthen, hold it there. Okay, so imagine I've got hold of your ankle and I'm pulling it that way, so you're really long through that leg. And we breathe in, release, let it go. Same leg, don't change it, we go again. Breathe out, hold. Pay attention to what's going on here. We keep our tummy engaged as well. Long line through the back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 4 more to go on this side, so 6 in total. Breathing out, hold it there. Keeping your neck nice and relaxed in the middle. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go again. Okay, let's lengthen it out, hold. And just look down at this stabilizing thigh. So you want your hip directly above your knee, so not leaning over to the side. 2 more. Reach and hold. Okay, neck again, nice and relaxed, very tempting just to hunch up as you're getting fatigued. And then last one. Long reach of that leg, stabilize, really strong through the tummy and your hip on this side. We hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're going to use our band now and work into more of what you might know as a pallof press. So you need your band attached to the side of you onto something stable. It can be a bit higher than what I've done it on. Just anything sort of up to about sort of, I guess, eye level is fine here, no higher than that. So you're going to come into tall kneeling, knees wide, heels together. We did that just before, same position. But really pay attention to how you're stacked here. So you've not got your hips too far forwards or flowing the ribs too far forwards. Straight line, so I could draw a straight line from your ear, through your shoulder, down through your hip, down to your knee. Okay, and we hold that. We're going to bring the band into the centre of the chest. So already you have to work because it feels like it wants to pull you that way, but we hold it here. So now, pallof press, as you breathe out, I want you to start this movement with a heel squeeze And you're going to punch your arms straight. And then you breathe in, the hands come back in, you release the squeeze of the heels. So the temptation here, what you're fighting against, is the band twisting you back to the left. So you want to stay really straight the whole time. We've got some shoulder work. So the other key thing just to note is that you don't end up just doing this, okay? So then it becomes a neck workout. So we think open chest, shoulder blades down, and let's get this coordinated movement. Breathe out, squeeze and reach. Breathe in, hands to the chest. So straight line from my breastbone all the way out until my elbows are straight. Okay? Breathe, release. Breath out, breath in. And then for the second part of this sequence, we're going to add in that hip hinge that we looked at just earlier. So bring in the hands to your chest, fold into your hips, straight spine here, and then you breathe out, we punch forwards. So make sure that your lower back doesn't want to curl and join in here. For the purpose of this exercise, I want it to remain fairly straight. So we think stick the bum out, chest comes down nearly parallel to the floor, that's your in-breath, and then out-breath, punch and reach. So we've added a bit of movement, so just caution that momentum doesn't bring you too far, so you end up leaning back. All right, we'll keep going here. In-breath, fold, out-breath and press. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool. We put that down. So you just turn around and do the same thing the other side, but so I can still face you, I'm going to go to the other end of my mat and grab my other band. So same thing, knees wide, heels together. We step the spine straight and tall. We're going to hold the band in the centre of your chest. Okay, so we've got this really strong straight line. We go again. Breathe out and reach. Breathe in, hands to the chest. So we really want to pay attention to those neck muscles, shoulder muscles. So think ears pulling away from your shoulders so the neck remains nice and long in the middle. As I say, I really like that helium balloon idea, sort of lifting the crown of your head up. Maybe slightly imagining the tips of your shoulder blades pulling down. Do a few more like this. So we squeeze the heels, we reach forward, we breathe out, we breathe in, we release, let it go. Let's go, forward fold. Now if that forward fold just doesn't feel good, or you feel like you're losing control and you can't keep your form, just stick to holding it straight and pressing. And rather you're working the muscle, getting it switched on, rather than overdoing it and compensating elsewhere. Yeah, there's always an easier modification. Breathe, reach. So after this, we're going back to hands and knees, and we're going to do Superman holds. So we just add the opposite arm in. Yeah, so just building that challenge. And as I say, if you feel that that's too much, just get rid of the arms and do a second round of only the legs by themselves. I guess another option, if you want to make it even easier, is to just do the arms by themselves and you hold your arms instead. 5, 4, 3, keep that tension on the band. 2, 1. And down. Back to our hands and our knees. Okay, so opposite arm, opposite leg. Take your time to find neutral. Brain into gear, and let's go. Hold. So we think tray of drinks. We're not spilling our drinks. We're staying strong for the upper body, lifting up that breastbone. 3, 2, and 1. And it's long arm, long leg. So it's not how high can I lift my arm and my leg, it's how long can I make myself hold. Breathe. As I say, we'll start to add a bit more extension in on the next sequence, the next level up. But for now, think about holding yourself straight and long. We go again. Breathe out, reach and hold. Keep breathing, keep holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You'll see that my gaze is just down ahead of my fingertips, so I'm not looking up the whole time. I've got that length through the back of the neck. Hold. Breathe. Okay, halfway, got 3 more. I think. My counting is not great, there should be 6. So you'll feel as you work through this sequence that this shoulder that's holding you has to work hard. So really tempting to do this to it. So really set that shoulder blade down, breastbone up, nice long neck in the middle. Cool, we've got 2 more. Breathe out, reach and hold. Particularly with this one, we've got the tummy and the back line working together. So do pay attention to your core. It will really help to hold you there to stop your rib cage from caving in. Last one, let's do it. Breathe out, reach and hold. Hold, hold, hold. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We give the wrist a breather. It's the same option as before. We're either going to hold straight, squeeze heels, squeeze the palms, or we go through this hip hinge sequence. Breath out and lift, breath in and release. I'm going to do the squeezes this time. I did the hinges last time, but you choose. Breathe. So as I say, we'll just finish this one off on the other side. We've got 6 more 10-second holds. Superman on the other side. And we'll do that in 3, 2, 1, down we go. Okay, let's make this last one really good. So, opposite side now. Hold yourself really straight in the middle. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Okay, 5 more. Reach it out. Engage through your tummy. Long line at the back. Don't forget about those little dimples drawing in together at the back slightly. 3, 2, 1, 4 to go. Lengthen out, reach, hold, point your toes, stretch your fingertips away. Your neck is still relaxed in the middle, I can move it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3 to go. Reach and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last couple. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Breathe, reach and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is it. All done.